Hello, this is flaskrat. My OBS broke, I think. I was trying a bunch of plugins last night and it was working, but today it wouldn't start properly for some reason, so I had to go back to using Restream instead of that plugin that I downloaded. But today we're going to be playing Barricade. It's a visual novel. I'm not super familiar with that genre, but it should be pretty fun. A lot of the reviews said it was pretty funny. So yeah. I'm hoping the stream's working right now.
バリアブルバリケードニューステージ。さあ、新しい恋の扉を開こう。
Yeah, we're not actually rizzing the rat. I just did it as a joke. But welcome in, Perry. Let's see. I'm just going to go with a default name.
裕福な家柄の一人娘は常により良い条件の婿を探している。
A young lady from a wealthy family always seeks a man of suitably high status to be her husband.
これはおそらく普遍的な真理だろうし、事実、私もそう思っていた。
I suspect that is... I can't talk. I suspect that is a universal truth. I certainly believed it.
つまり、
In other words,
政財界に多大な影響力を持つ我が東条家に直系の子は私しかいない現状。
since I was the only heir to the wealthy and influential Tojo family,
いずれ私が条件に見合った男性を婿に取り、この家を継ぐのだろうことは必然。
it was expected that one day I would take a similarly wealthy man as my husband.
そのことに不満はなかったし、私なりに納得してもいた。
That was my lot, and I wasn't especially dissatisfied with it. I'd come to terms a long time ago.
けれど、
And yet,
それがどうしてこうなった？
how did this happen? It's okay, none of us have Rizz. Yeah, visual novels are more of a sort of relaxing game to play. The first one I've ever seen someone play was called Hotoful Boyfriend, and it's a game of... I can't talk, oh my gosh. It's a game about dating pigeons, and you would think that it would be a joke of a game, but like, once you get the true ending, like, everything turns all serious, and it actually has a really good story.
失礼いたします。
Pardon me.
おはようございます、ひばり様。
Good morning, Miss Hibari.
おはよう。
Good morning.
おかばんはこちらに置かせていただきます。他に必要なものはございますか？
I have prepared your school bag. Is there anything else you require?
いえ、大丈夫よ。ありがとう。
No, that will be all. Thank you. I had some extra materials to take with me to school, likely because it was the first day of a new semester. Glancing sidelong at the pile, I nonchalantly asked the servant a question.
ねえ、春日はどこかしら？
Would you happen to know where Kasuga is?
お車の用意をしております。じきにこちらに参りますよ、お嬢様。
I thought I heard a hint of indulgent patience in his voice, like an adult reassuring a petulant child. His pleasant gaze made me feel a little awkward, so I casually looked away.
そう。ならいいの。もう下がっていいわよ。
Oh, my screen is flickering. I hope it holds. Oh, or is that right? That's good then. You may go now.
かしこまりました。では、失礼させていただきます。
Understood, miss. Please excuse me. How long does he intend to make me wait? After I made sure to be ready early too. I glared at the door and sighed impatiently. Pardon me.
春日
I tamped down the urge to snap, "You're late," and kept my expression calm as I greeted him.
おはようございます、ひばり様。
Good morning,
すっかり
Miss
準備
Hibari.
はお済みのようですね。
Am I correct in assuming you're ready to leave?
ええ、もう時間？
I am. Is it time already?
いえ、まだ少し余裕はありますが。
Not quite, miss. You have a few minutes before it is time to depart.
何？
いつもより張り切っておられますね。新学期が始まってご友人と会われるのがそんなに楽しみですか？
You seem quite enthusiastic this morning. Are you excited to return to school and see your friends?
別にそういうわけじゃ。
Not particularly. No.
なるほ
は？
I skipped over.
ど。登校前のわずかな間とはいえ、この春日と話す時間を作ってくださったとは大変感激でございます。
I'm deeply moved that you would deliberately set aside time to speak with me, even though we only have a few precious minutes before you're off to school.
うぬぼれないで。支度が早く終わったのはたまたまよ。たまたま。
Don't flatter yourself. I only happen to be ready particularly early. It's pure coincidence.
おや、そうでしたか。それは失礼をいたしました。
Oh, I stand corrected, miss. I beg your pardon. Kasuga's eyes slid away from mine, and I could tell he was hiding a smile. What's with that smug know-it-all look? Why am I so upset, you ask? Well, my problem started right before the beginning of summer vacation.
え？留学ってどういうこと？
What? You're going to study abroad?
はい。イギリスの執事専門学校でより専門的な知識を学びたく。
Indeed, miss. I wish to learn more about butling, so I will attend a specialized academy in England. Butling? I never knew that was a word. It sounds really weird. I would have thought it would be like butlering instead of butling.
あなたが？今さら？もう8年近く私の専属執事をしてるのに？
だからこそですよ。ひばり様が成人なさる前に、私もスキルアップしておきませんと。
That's precisely why, miss. I must strive to improve my skills as a butler so that I am ready to serve you at my very best when you come of age.
私は別に今のままでも。
Well, I think your skills are perfectly competent now.
大変嬉しいお言葉ですが、私も若輩の身、周りの目もございます。箔があって困ることはありません。
You flatter me. However, I'm still a novice and there's the matter of what others may think. A little prestige will do no harm.
短期集中講座ですから、ちょうど夏休みの丸1ヶ月ほど留守にさせていただきます。
It's a short, intensive study course, miss. I will be gone the month of your holiday and no longer.
そういうわけで、夏休みのバカンスにはご一緒できませんが、 不自由がないようすべて整えておきますので。
Sadly, I'll not be able to accompany you on your holiday trip. Still, I shall see to it that you won't want for anything. Okay, this is really weird. My screen keeps flickering for some reason. Like, I have a dock where I'm plugging my HDMI cable into, and I have, like, a power thing. Oh, no! I accidentally clicked on something. It wasn't flickering this much last night when I tested it. I'm thinking maybe I need to get a new dock.
あなたが行かないなら私も行かない。
If you aren't here, I'm not going anywhere.
あまりわがままをおっしゃらないでください。ひばり様のバカンスに合わせて暇を取る使用人たちもいるのですよ。
Please, miss, don't be that way. There are several servants who arrange to take their own holidays whilst you're away.
ご理解いただけますね。
Might I beg your indulgence in this matter?
はい。以外の答えは認めないくせに。
As if you'll listen to me if I say no.
何か
Well then.
わかったわよ。
Okay, fine. Go already. Thanks to him informing me of his imminent departure only after it was a done deal, I spent my summer vacation almost entirely alone. Just thinking about it made me want to grind my teeth. Kind of wonder if someone in her position would have more servants, but it seems like he's the only one. If I didn't do something to vent my irritation, I was sure I would pop. I fixed Kasuga with what I hoped was a withering glare and said,
あなたが不在の間、とても不便な思いをしたのよ。
I was highly inconvenienced while you were absent, Kasuga.
はい。大変申し訳ございませんでした。
Please accept my humblest apologies, miss.
なかなか連絡もつかなかったし。
Oh, I'm so sorry for all this
その
flickering.
なぜか筒
I
抜け
don't
だったみ
understand
たい
what's
だ
going
けど。
on. I had trouble getting in touch with you too. Yet, for some odd reason, you didn't seem to have any problems hearing about me.
何かと立て込んでおりまして。せめてひばり様のご様子だけでも把握しておかなければ不安でしたから。
I'm afraid my studies kept me quite busy, but I did try to do what little I could to stay up to date on how well you were doing, Missy Bar. Let me try plugging this into the other HDMI outlet. Hang on a second. Okay, I think I have it working again.
やっと帰ってきたと思ったら、よりによって夏休み最終日の夜遅く、顔を合わせてすぐ寝る時間だなんて。
You're finally home after gallivanting all summer, It's the last day of my vacation and it's late at night. I hardly get to say hello before it's lights out.
ひばり様の睡眠時間を確保するのは最優先事項ですので。
It is exceedingly important for your health that you get an adequate amount of sleep every night, miss.
睡眠時間なんかよりも気持ちの方を優先してほしかったわ。
I'd prefer for my feelings to have priority over my schedule every so often. Venting my irritation left me too exhausted to give voice to my innermost thoughts. Kasuga had been my personal butler for 8 years. His trip to England marked the longest span of time the two of us had ever been separated. So they pretty much grew up together. I wished that someone had taken that small fact into consideration.
お寂しい思いをさせてしまい、本当に申し訳ございませんでした。
It seems my absence left you feeling lonely, miss. I apologize profusely for that.
戻ったからには、一刻も早くひばり様のお役に立てるようにと気がせいてしまい、現状確認に努めておりまして。
As soon as I returned, I aimed to make myself useful to you. I immediately busied myself finding out what had happened whilst I was gone and...
いえ、すべて言い訳ですね。
No, I'm making excuses. It's clear I failed you.
今後はより一層精進してまいります。どうかお許しください。
Miss, I vow I will do my utmost to improve myself. I beg your forgiveness. Kasuga stood there, waiting for me to say something. Shaming him further would simply be cruel. He did go off to study for my sake, after all.
戻ってきたからにはこれまで以上に働いてもらうんだから。わかった？
Now that you've returned, I'm going to ask you to work hard to make up for your absence. Am I understood?
もちろんです。ひばり様のお世話は私の役目。誰にも譲ったりはいたしません。
Of course, Miss Hibari. Seeing to your every need is my duty and my pleasure. I will allow no one to take this privilege from me.
なら、いい。
Good then. With things mended between us, Kasuga glanced at the time and then picked up my bags. Turning to me, he said,
では、そろそろ参りましょう。車の用意も整っておりますので。
It is nearly time, miss. Shall we be off? The car is ready and awaiting you. I followed behind him, walking out the gates of the estate. Stopping, I turned to look behind me. Tojo family estate. In some circles, gaining permission to step across the threshold was a sign of prestige. But for me,
ひばり様、
Miss Hibari,
今行きます。
I'm coming. Despite being a woman, I was still the family's sole heir. There was no question my family cared for me. I was being raised well as both a daughter and the Tojo line's successor. My many servants treated me fondly. It wasn't as if I had no one to rely on. And yet, inside that mansion, there was only one person I truly regarded as my steadfast ally, Kasuga. He quickly became thus when he was appointed as my butler 8 years prior. September 1st, 8 a.m., St. Agnes Academy for Girls. Have a pleasant day, miss.
ええ。あ、春日。今日は始業式とホームルームだけで終わるのが早いから。
Thank you. Oh, one more thing, Kasuga. Today's schedule is only opening ceremonies and a short homeroom. I will be finished sooner than usual.
存じております。それと、ひばり様。
I'm aware, Miss Hibari. Oh, and by the way...
いえ、何でもございません。
never mind. It's nothing important.
新学期を迎える節目の日でございます。しっかりと気を引き締めてくださいね。
Today is the beginning of the
何
new
が
semester.
起きようと。
Please make sure you stay focused regardless of what may happen. What on earth did he mean by that? Before I could reply, he gave me a gentle push to send me on my way. Confused, I began to walk.
見て、東條様がいらっしゃったわ。
Look, Miss Tojo has arrived!
ひばり様、今日も素敵。
Miss Hibari, you look as elegant as always. I can feel everyone's eyes stabbing into me. St. Agnes Academy for Girls was well known as a private school attended primarily by the well-to-do. It was, in essence, a rich girl's school. Even among all these wealthy students, the Tojo name was still powerful and influential. When others looked my way, I knew they saw not me, but my family.
どうしましょう。ご挨拶したらご迷惑かしら。
Oh gosh, what should I do? Would it be too forward for me to say hello?
きっと大丈夫よ。一緒に頑張りましょう。
I'm sure it would be alright. Come, let's both offer our greetings together.
そうよね。せーの。で、いきますわよ。せーの。
Right. On the count of 3, okay? Ready? 1, 2, 3.
ごきげんよう、ひばり様。
Good day, Miss Hibari.
ごきげんよう。
Good day. Oh my gosh, they are fangirling over her.
声をかけていただいたわ。
Oh my goodness, she spoke to us.
勇気を出してよかったですわね。
She did. I'm so glad we decided to speak up. Oh wait, I forgot to change the Twitch category again. This is so exhausting. Oh ho ho.
相変わらずモテモテですわね、ひばり様。
Well, well, Madam Hibari. I see your popularity hasn't waned one bit.
つむぎ。
Tsumugi. This is Tsumugi Kano. She was the first friend I ever made, and before long, she became my most treasured compatriot. She has an interesting way with words. Like, she used ally to describe her butler and compatriot for her friend. Breathing a sigh of relief for the first time that day, I smiled and waved.
おはよう。久しぶり。
Good morning. It's been too long.
おはようございます。お元気そうで何よりです。
Good morning, and yes, it has. I'm glad to see that you are doing well.
私にするように、みんなにも手を振って差し上げたらきっと喜ばれましたよ。
Have you ever considered waving for others like you just did for me? I'm sure they would all die of joy if you tried it.
できないし、やらない。
I couldn't. so I won't.
私はそんなひばり様も大好きですけれど。
Oh, you can be adorably shy at times, Hibari. I love you just the way you are.
さあ、教室へ参りましょう。ここにいるとさらに目立ってしまいますわ。
Anyway, shall we be off to homeroom? Standing around out here will just attract more attention. I nodded and Tsumugi and I walked into the building.
そうだわ、つむぎ。これお土産よ。大したものじゃないけど。
Ah, that's right, Tsumugi. It isn't much, but I got a souvenir for you.
嬉しい。ありがとうございます。私もお土産がありますのよ。いつもので恐縮ですけれど。
Oh, how thoughtful of you. Thank you so much. To be honest, I have a small gift for you as well. I hope you haven't grown bored of these sweets yet.
ありがとう。私はあまり京都には行かないし、ここのコンペイトーは大好きなの。嬉しい。
No, this is lovely. Thank you. I don't go to Kyoto very often, and I really like this brand.
それより、ご実家の方はどうだった？相変わらず忙しかったんでしょ？
So tell me, how was your visit home? Did they keep you busy as always?
長期休みになるとここぞとばかりに働かされて困りますわ。仕方がないことですけれど。
Indeed, the long vacation presented a perfect chance for them to force even more work on me. It was exhausting, but I'm not exactly in a position to say no.
こちらの学校に通うための条件とはいえ、大変ね。
Goodness, I'm sorry. I know you have suffered through it if you... That's grammatically incorrect, isn't it? I get OCD over these things. I know you have to suffer through it if you want to attend class here, but it must be so rough. Tsumugi came from a famous family of ikebana masters, flower arrangers. Like me, she was an only child. She was already set to be the family's headmistress. Every summer and winter break, she had to return to her family home in Kyoto to undergo training and help with the family business.
お仕事自体は構いませんのよ。お花は好きですし、将来のために顔つなぎが必要なのは心得ておりますもの。
Oh, I don't mind the work at all. I like flowers, and I accepted long ago that networking is a necessary step for building my future.
けれど何が悲しいって、夏と冬の有明に行けないことですわ。私の生きがいですのに。
But it did hurt to leave. Oh, it was agonizing to be unable to visit Ariake in both summer and winter. It's what I live for, but alas, I'm kept away. I let my eyes slide away from Tsumugi. She's such a normal girl, except for that hobby of hers. I won't say what it is, but I will say that her unusual pastime has put me in more than one awkward situation. We're good friends. Excellent friends. That said, there are some lines you just don't cross.
もう時間ですわね。また後でゆっくりお話しいたしましょう。
Oh dear. It's almost time for class to begin. Let's meet up and chat later.
そうね。
Yes, let's. Please don't let her bring up her hobby. Hoping against hope that I'd be able to avoid that uncomfortable topic a little longer, I took my seat. It seems noisier than usual.
ねえひばり様、せっかくですから少し寄り道してランチをご一緒しません？
Say, Hibari, since it's our first day back, why don't we eat lunch together?
そうね。それより紬、正門のあたりが騒がしいようだけど。
Oh, yes, that sounds lovely. For now, why are people crowding around the front gates?
あら、本当。何かあるのかしら。
Oh my, you're right. I wonder if something happened.
ちょっと早く来て。めっちゃやばいの、早く。
Come on, hurry up. This is going to be incredible, I just know it. Walk faster.
引っ張らないで。一体何事？
Geez, would you stop pulling already? What on earth is going on?
正門のところに超イケメンがいるの。しかも4人も。
There are 4 super hot guys hanging around the front gates. Not just 1, 4. Imagine!
どなたかのお迎えかしら。それとも何かの撮影？
Oh, maybe they're here to see someone home? Or maybe something's being filmed nearby?
知らないけど、とにかく見に行こう。今なら紛れて写真撮れるかも。
I don't know, but I want to find out. Hurry. You might still be able to take some selfies with them. That's kind of a weird thing to do, just find some random guys in front of your school and want to take selfies with them? Like,
ですって。みんな興味津々のようですわね。ひばり様はいかがです？
Everyone seems extremely curious about those supposed gentlemen. Want to go and see what all the fuss is about?
分かってて聞いてるでしょ。もう。それより寄り道するなら春日に連絡を入れないと。
Are you seriously asking me that? Now, if we are going to stop and have a bit of lunch, I must let Kasuga know. They sound like overexcited orangutans. I have no idea who these hot guys are, but I wish they would finish their business and disperse. I'm trying to leave and they're in my way. Maybe I should call Kasuga and just have him bring the car to the back gate instead. I was taking my phone out of my pocket to do exactly that when it happened.
もしかしてあれじゃないですか？
Aha, could that be her?
おお、間違いねえな。
Yep, that's her for sure.
なんだか緊張するね。
I'm starting to feel a little nervous.
準備は万端だ。さあ、姫君を迎えに行こう。
Everything's ready. Come on, let's go say hello to our princess.
ひばり様？あの方たち、こちらに向かってきますわよ。
Hibari? Those gentlemen are walking straight towards us. Huh? Tsumugi urgently tapped my shoulder. I looked up from my phone to see.
東條ひばりさん。
Miss Hibari Tojo?
突然悪いね。
Sorry, this is so out of nowhere.
早速だけど。
If we could cut right to the chase.
せーの。
Ready? Set?
結婚してください。
What? What? You can't just do that to a stranger. What? Oh my gosh, they're even sparkling.
プロポーズよ。
Oh my god, seriously? They proposed to her.
あの東條様に？
To Miss Tojo? Oh gosh, I can't believe it.
ひばり様？これは一体？
Hey buddy, what on earth is this? Himegi was tugging on my sleeve, babbling something. I hardly noticed she was there. I was too stunned. 4 roses shoved directly in my face. 4 pairs of expectant eyes searing into me. The growing crowd of spectators chattering and blushing at the sudden spectacle. Everyone was waiting for me to respond. Okay, we have some choices. Ignore them, insist they have the wrong person, call for Kasuga. Let's call our butler.
春日
I started to ask him what on earth all this commotion was about, but I quickly bit my tongue. He's not even here.
ひばり様、なんでしたら春日さんを探して参りましょうか。
Hey buddy, if you'd like, I'll gladly go and look for Kasuga for you.
結構よ
No, it's alright. The situation had seemingly left me far more flustered than I initially thought. I quickly turned my head to hide a blush of shame.
まあまあとりあえず落ち着けよう。じゃあ言っとくけどこれ現実だからな。
Whoa, easy. How about we take a second breathe, babe? Oh, and just so you're clear, this is reality.
現実って
Reality? His flippant tone hit me like a splash of cold water. Now was not the time to panic. I was dealing with unknown and very forward strangers. I needed to collect my dignity and deal with them firmly.
そもそもあなたたちは誰なんですか
Who are you gentlemen exactly?
なぜ私を知っているんですかさっきのはタチの悪い冗談ですか
How do you know my name? And what was the purpose of that tasteless prank a moment ago?
待ってくれ。俺たちは
Hey, please, we're...
校内は関係者以外立ち入り禁止です。あなたたち許可は
Only students and faculty are allowed on this campus. Do you have permission to be here?
それは
Well, we,
落ち着いて順番に
calm down. Let's take things one at a time, shall we?
あまずは俺から自己紹介を。
Alright, let's start with introductions. I'm...
その必要はありません。
That will not be necessary.
春日
Kasuga.
予想以上の困難ぶりですね。だから私は反対したのですよ。
I see this incident has unnerved you more than was anticipated, miss. This is precisely why I was against this entire idea. So basically, her family probably set her up with these random strangers and they didn't think to notify her.
春日ねえこれはどういうことこの人たちは一体
Kasuga, what do you mean by that? Who are these gentlemen?
大丈夫です、ひばり様。まずはこの場を離脱いたしましょう。騒ぎが大きくなりすぎていますから。
Everything will be alright, Miss Hibari. First, let's take our leave out of this place. The commotion has drawn far too much attention. Kasuga drew me to his side and began to walk. He hadn't taken 2 steps before one of the gentlemen spoke up.
おい春日、俺らはどうすんだよ。
Yo, Kasuga, what the heck are we supposed to do now?
こちらに向かう際に使った車で一度お戻りください。後のことは追ってご連絡いたします。
Go to the car that brought you here and return for now. I will inform you later of what will happen next. Does he know them?
さあ、ひばり様、こちらへ。
Come, Miss Hibari. This way, please. His hand on my back was firm, and his tone brooked no defiance. I twisted around to look behind me.
つむぎ、また明日。
Tsumigi, I will see you tomorrow.
どうかご無事で。
Yes, tomorrow. I hope everything turns out well. I barely grabbed a moment to say goodbye to Tsumugi before Kasuga led me to the waiting car and helped me inside. An oppressive silence filled the car. No matter how many questions I asked, Kasuga simply said that he would explain later, and refused to say another word. For some odd reason, he seemed even more put off about the sudden courtship rush than I was. It was frightening.
ひばり様。
はい。
申し訳ありませんが、本日はこのまま母屋に向かってください。
My profound apologies, but may I request that you please proceed straight to the main house?
母屋？どういうこと？
The main house? Why ever for?
大旦那様がお待ちです。
The master is awaiting you. My personal residence was a smaller home located on the estate. I rarely ever visited the main house. Gosh, imagine him affording multiple houses in this economy. Though we technically lived in the same place, I hadn't seen grandfather in quite some time. He still held firmly to his post as the head of the family despite his age. His days were very full, but more than that. What is that meddling old coot plotting this time? He and I simply did not see eye to eye, ever.
Hibari. 相変わらず生意気そうな目をしておる。
Why is the music so serious for meeting her grandfather? This is so weird. Hibari, it's been a while. I see your eyes haven't lost their cheeky glint.
お久しぶりです。おじいさまこそ相変わらずの悪人顔で、子供が泣いて逃げ出しそうですね。
Yes, it has been a while, grandfather. I notice you still look like a scheming villain. I'm utterly shocked children don't scream and run at the sight of you.
泣いて逃げた本人が言う。
Ha! Like you did once upon a time.
ええ、おかげさまで随分と鍛えられました。
Indeed. I like to think that tolerating you has done much to improve my fortitude. Nervousness and sarcasm were wearingly familiar feelings that always accompanied an audience with grandfather. I couldn't afford to lose my focus for an instant. I stiffened my posture and took a deep breath, steeling myself as if for mortal combat.
それで、おじいさま、 本日はどのようなご用向きで？
Well, grandfather, what grand reason do you have for summoning me here today?
そんなもの一つしかなかろう。どうじゃった？このわしが選んだ花婿候補たちは。
What? You haven't guessed? Slow as usual, girl. Tell me, what did you think of the 4 boys I chose as your potential bridegrooms? So he was the one who set her up. But like, it seems really sudden. I mean, she's still in school, so it's kind of weird that he's rushing for her to get married. Like, even though she's the only heir, but I don't know. Maybe their culture is just like that.
Huh?
Excuse me?
好みの男はいたか？なかなかのイケメン揃いじゃったろ。誰でも好きなのを選ぶがよい。
I think all of them were quite handsome, no? Choose whichever of them strikes your fancy.
ちょっと待ってください。それってまさかあの不審者たち？
Wait, grandfather, you can't possibly be referring to those creepy rose-pushing strangers from earlier.
何を言うか。立派なお前の花婿候補たちじゃ。このわしが直々に選んだな。
Strangers? Puh. Each of them is more than worthy of being your bridegroom. I know because I selected each of them personally. I blinked, thinking that this must be what it felt like when something was truly jaw-dropping. But I was only frozen with shock for a moment. Rage soon thawed the ice inside my body, before it rushed out in a torrent of vitriol aimed at the vulture before me. She really has a terrible
一
relationship
体
with
何を
him.
考えてるんですか？花婿候補？直々に選んだ？誰が？いつ頼みましたか？
What on earth are you on about? Bridegrooms? That you chose? For me? Who asked you to dig them up and drag them over to me? Because I certainly did not ask.
ほう。どうやら不満のようじゃが、何が気に入らん？
Oh, I suspect you are unhappy with my choices. What about them do you not find satisfactory?
すべてです。
Everything!
子供の感触でもあるまいし、もっと具体的に申せ。
Bah, don't whine like a toddler. Give me real concrete reasons, girl. His dismissive attitude fanned my rage, but I reined in my fury with a deep breath. Oh. I must stay calm. I must be reasonable. I can't let grandfather control this conversation.
まず花婿候補などいりません。
First and foremost, I have no need of a bridegroom.
東条を継ぐ者として、いずれは婿を取り、身を固める覚悟はあるものと思っておったが。
I thought that, as heir to this bloodline, you knew that you have a duty to one day marry and raise a family. Am I somehow mistaken? Okay, that's a lot of pressure for, like, a young girl like her.
それは承知してます。でもいくらなんでも早すぎます。私はまだ高校生です。
No, I know that, and I accept it. However, it is much too soon to think about marriage. I'm still a high school student. He didn't even wait until she's out of high school. Like, at least let her graduate.
早すぎるということはあるまい。もっと幼くして許嫁を定められた者もおる。
It's never too soon. There are many families out there who betroth their heirs at even earlier ages.
それにお前の友人である紬さんにも婚約者がおるじゃろうが。
Indeed. Isn't that the case for your friend Mitsumugi? I hear she already has a fiancé.
紬と私は別です。
Well, I'm not Tsumugi. I felt a cold bead of sweat trickle down my spine. It was dirty of him to use Tsumugi against me.
まあよい。では他には何が問題なのじゃ。
Is that so? Ah well. What else do you find unsatisfactory about the bridegrooms I've chosen for you?
私にも選ぶ権利があります。
I have a right to choose my own husband.
選べばよかろう。4人もおるのじゃから。
So go ahead and choose. There are 4 options.
どこの誰とも知らない人をどのような基準で選べと？
How do you expect me to choose between 4 men who are utter strangers to me? Like, he didn't think to just, like, introduce them to each other first. Because that's kind of weird having them, like, pile into a car and just meet her at the high school.
何も即答せよとは言っておらん。まずはあの4人と交流を深め、吟味した上で決めればよかろう。
No one said you need to make the choice today. First, establish a relationship with each of them. When you've picked apart and studied each one, select your husband.
なぜあの人たちなんですか？
Why must it be one of
逆に
those
問
four?
うが、なぜあやつらでは嫌なのじゃ。
Why shouldn't it be one of them?
いきなり学校に押しかけてきて公開プロポーズなんてする人たちが良識ある男性だとは思えません。
Because I do not believe people who would barge onto a private campus and propose in such an obnoxious manner would come from intelligent, sensible stock.
あれはわしがそそのかしたのじゃ。それに、あれくらいせんと、お前は逃げ回るだけじゃと思うてな。
Oh, that stunt? I suggested they do it. After all, if I tried anything more subtle, you would simply dodge the issue as long as I permitted you to ignore it.
小さな
Grandfather!
事実、これまでは逃げ回ってきたじゃん。先ほどお前はまだ早いと申したが、見合いの話ならもう何度も来ておった。
You keep wriggling out of your familial duty. You've rejected multiple requests for marriage interviews and whined about how it's all too sudden and too soon.
家柄も人柄も火の打ちどころのない者たちであったはずじゃが、写真すら見ずに断っておったそうじゃな。
Each candidate was of good character and station, yet you rejected every single one before even looking at their photographs.
それは事前におじい様にも確認したはずです。このお見合いは強制なのかと。
I
そう
did
したら
check with you beforehand,
自由意志
grandfather.
だとおっしゃるから。
I asked if the interviews were mandatory. You told me that I was free to make my own choices.
確かにそう言った。そして断るからにはお前なりの理由があるのだろうとも思っておった。
So you did, and I do recall giving you permission to decide. I presume that you had good reason for rejecting them?
もちろんあります。
Of course I did.
おう、どんな理由じゃ。まだ早い以外に何がある？
And what reason was that? Something other than it being too soon? Or will it be the usual stale excuse?
ですから私は自分で
I've been trying to say I want to look.
お前が自分で結婚相手を探す？はっ、笑わせるでない小娘が。お前のどこにそんな解消があるのだ？
You want to find a husband on your own? Ha! Don't make me laugh, girl. What makes you think you're even remotely qualified to choose your own bridegroom?
どういう意味ですか？
What do you mean by that?
学校は女子校。遊び相手といえば紬さんだけ。パーティーには顔を見せる程度。声をかけてくる男には目もくれず。
You attend an all-female academy. Your only friend is a girl. You barely show your face at social engagements, and you ignore any man who talks to you. At this point, she should just date her best friend, or at least pretend to date her best friend and just get him off her case or something. Ugh.
そんなお前が一体どこでどのようにして叱るべき男を見つけてくるというのか。できるものならやってみよう。
How can such a naive, inexperienced child have a chance of finding an appropriate husband? Go on and find one if you think you can do better than me.
逆難でも合コンでもよいぞ。ほれ、やってみよう。ほれほれ。
Go on. Go indulge in, oh, what do you youngsters call them? Mixer parties? Find a husband in the rabble. His, views are kind of outdated. Because nowadays people are mostly meeting online, aren't they?
そんな下品なことできるわけないでしょ。
I would never stoop to anything that crass.
ではどうやって向こうを選ぶのだ。出会う機会もなければ出会う気もない。身近な男は春日だけのお前が。
Then how do you hope to succeed? The only man you know is Kasuga. It's a little difficult to find the right opportunity when you deliberately avoid them all.
だからそういうことを考えるのはせめて高校を卒業した後でも。
Still, it's far too early. I have plenty of time to think about the matter after high school.
なんじゃ、大学デビュー狙いか。やめておけ。お前には無理じゃ。
What, do you plan to give yourself a makeover and debut as a brand new woman in college? Don't bother, you could never pull it off.
どこで覚えたんですか、そんな言葉。別にそんなことするつもりはありません。
Oh, I wasn't even aware you knew the meaning of the word makeover. That's not what I intended anyway.
ならどうするのじゃ。今できぬことが急にできるようになるのか。それとも、ああ、そういうことか。
And what do you intend to do exactly? Magically develop expertise in matters you know nothing about? Or are you... that's your plan, isn't it?
白馬の王子様を待っておるのか。運命の出会いというやつじゃな。は、顔に似合わず乙女チックじゃのう。
You're waiting for your Prince Charming, who will suddenly appear and sweep you off your feet. That's an awfully girlish dream for someone with your looks. Did he just insult her looks? Like, what an asshole grandfather.
はあ？顔は関係ないでしょ。
Excuse me? What do my looks have to do with anything?
ひばり、現実逃避もほどほどにしておくがよい。痛いぞ。
Hibari, a word of advice. Don't attempt to dodge reality forever. It never works, and only leads to pain in the end. Understood? I felt a vein in my temple start to throb as I listened to his advice. I want to slap him right in his sneering face.
王子様を待つほど夢見がちではありませんし、現実逃避もしていませんが。
I am not so hopelessly romantic that I would wait for a prince. I am not trying to dodge reality.
少なくともおじい様が選んだ人とは結婚したくありません。まともな人だと思えないので。
I simply do not wish to marry anyone that you have recommended, grandfather. I cannot believe that any of them would be decent people.
ほう。では見合いを受けるか？
Oh? Then will you accept a marriage interview?
それはまた別の話でしょ。
That's another subject entirely.
ならばやはり合コンか。いや、逆なんか？
So it's off to parties? Or will you simply hit on whomever?
どうしてそうなるんです？
Why would I do any such thing?
時間は有限じゃぞ、ひばり。
You only have so much time, Hibari. She's a high school student. Stop pressuring her. Holy cow.
いかに東条の跡継ぎとはいえ、誰もがその肩書きになびくわけではない。
Yes, you are the heir to the Tojo family. But not everyone will be impressed by that title.
家柄、財力、能力。条件は多々あろうが、より良い相手を選ぼうとすれば、選択肢は限られてくるのが道理。
There are many factors to consider: family, wealth, ability. The higher you aim, the more quickly the list of viable candidates will shrink.
そして、それほど条件の良いものならば、どの家からもぜひにと請われるはず。
And of course, you won't be the only one after the best men. Many competitors are looking for husbands too.
いつまでも選ぶ余地があると思うな。お前が現実から目を背けている間にも、良縁は我先にと結ばれてゆくのじゃ。
Don't fool yourself into thinking you have all the time in the world. While you hide from reality, the best choices will find their matches, one by one. I balled my hands in my lap. I didn't like to admit it, but grandfather was right. I wasn't so stubborn that I'd refuse to acknowledge that.
選ぶ余地があるうちに動け。それができぬならば受け入れよ。わしが言いたいのはそういうことじゃ。
Act while you still have choices to make. If you can't do that, then accept others' choices for you. That is what I want you to learn.
わしが選んだ者たちが気に入らぬなら、お前のお眼鏡にかなった者をすぐにでも連れてくるがよい。
If you don't wish to accept the men that I've selected for you, then hurry up and find the one that fits whatever criteria you have.
それができるものならな。
If you can, that is. And with that, grandfather stood to leave.
おじい様
Grandfather! Ugh, what a tyrant. My lips twisted into a frustrated frown. I thought I'd steeled myself for this inevitable day, but I suppose deep down a part of me still resisted. Grandfather must have noticed, even when I hadn't. What am I supposed to do?
お話はお済みですか？
Has your audience concluded?
春日
Kasuga.
失礼します。大旦那様が出てこられましたので、もうよろしいですか？
Please pardon the intrusion, miss. I saw the master leave, so I presumed. May I have a moment of your time? Seeing Kasuga's familiar face, a face I trusted more than anyone's, caused the tension to lift from my shoulders.
疲れた。もう部屋に戻る。
I'm tired. I'm going back to my rooms.
いえ、そういうわけには参りません。
I'm afraid you mayn't, miss? That's kind of a weird word. I've never seen something like that written before.
どういうこと？まだ何かあるの？
What do you mean? Is something else on my schedule?
本日よりひばり様のお部屋は、この東条本家にはございません。
Miss Hibari, I must inform you that, as of today, you no longer have rooms on the Tojo family estate.
別邸を用意してありますので、これからそちらへご案内いたします。
A vacation home has been prepared for your use. I will show you there now. Suffering another major shock so soon after the first left me without the energy to speak. All I could do was stare up at Kasuga in helpless surprise. Does it meet your approval, Miss Hibari?
こちら、全3階建てとなっております。広さは本家とは比べ物になりませんが、不自由がない程度に設備も整えてあります。
It has a total of 3 floors. It isn't nearly as large as the main estate, but I've made certain it's well appointed. You ought not lack for anything.
ひばり様には3階をご使用いただきます。こちらはひばり様と私、そして私が許可したハウスキーパーのみが立ち入れる空間です。
The 3rd floor has been set aside for your personal use. You, myself, and the housekeeper are the only ones permitted to access it.
ひばり様のプライベートは完璧にお守りいたしますので、どうぞご安心ください。
Please be assured that you will have complete privacy, miss. I personally guarantee it.
春日、
Kasuga.
はい。
Miss?
問題はそこじゃない。
That is not the issue today.
承知しておりますが、現実逃避は何の解決にもなりませんので。
I understand that, miss. But I'm afraid avoiding reality will solve nothing. Yes, I know that. I know that, but...
花婿候補たちの部屋は2階にまとめました。つまり、1階が共有スペースとなります。
They're gonna be living with her now? Your suitors' rooms are all located on the 2nd floor. The 1st floor will be a common area.
ルールを守り、健全かつ節度ある共同生活を。本日よりこの別邸での暮らしをお楽しみください。
The rules of propriety will be strictly enforced, ensuring all reasonable modesty. I hope that you will enjoy the time you spend here in your new home.
そんなの楽しめるわけ。
How could I enjoy anything?
すでにひばり様のお荷物はすべて運び入れてあります。さあ、参りましょう。
All of your possessions have already been moved in and set up in their proper places, Miss Hibari. Now, if you would please follow me.
春日。
The door to my future opened with cold indifference. When Kasuga asked me to follow him, he was essentially giving a gentle push into a gaping maw of uncertainty.
ねえ春日、すぐに私の部屋に案内して。先に着替えたいし、それに。
Kasuga? Show me straight to my rooms, please. I want to change clothes. That and, I didn't want to see those men. Not yet. I wanted at least a few moments to mentally brace myself. But fate was not so kind. My simple wish was almost immediately denied.
やっぱりそうだ。ひばりさん。
Aha! I knew it! Hi, Peabody. There they are.
いらっしゃい。じゃなくて、お帰りなさい。みんな待ってたんですよ。
Come on in. Oh, wait. That's not what I should say first. I need to say welcome home. We've all been waiting for you.
こっちこっち。早く来てください。もうさっきから一夜さんとタイガさんがうるさくって。
Come on this way. Ugh, you would not believe just how loud and annoying Ichiya and Taiga have been this whole time. The man whose name I didn't even know reached out to take my hand like it was the most natural thing in the world. What am I supposed to do?
ひばりさん？
失礼ながら、ひばり様はまだ靴さえ脱いでおられませんので、皆様とリビングでお待ちください。
My apologies, but Miss Hibari has not even had the chance to remove her shoes. Might I ask you to please go wait with the rest of the men in the living room?
そっか、すいません。わかりました。じゃあ俺、先行って待ってます。
Oh, right. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'll go let everyone know you're here.
みんな、ひばりさんが帰ってきましたよ。
Hey guys, Hibari's home.
ですが、私やっぱり部屋に。
Kasuga, I really want to go to my rooms.
往生際が悪いですよ、ひばり様。
It's time to accept the inevitable, Miss Hibari. Crumbling under the pressure behind Kasuga's smile, I glumly slipped off my shoes and plodded over to the living room I desperately wanted to avoid.
Oh, 来た来た。遅かったじゃねえかよ、あじゃあ。
Aha, there she is. About time you got here, babe.
お帰りなさい、ひばりちゃん。疲れてるんじゃない？よかったらここに座ってよ。
Welcome home, Hibari. I'm sure you must have had a long and tiring day. Here, why don't you have a seat next to me?
ひばりさんの席ならもう用意してあるよ。もちろん、俺の隣にね。
Excuse me? Hibari already has a seat. It's next to me, obviously.
え？どこに座ってもらうかはさっきじゃんけんで決めたじゃないですか。俺の隣。
Huh? Hold on. We already did rock, paper, scissors to decide who she gets to sit next to. I won, so she sits next to me.
お静かに。盛り上がるのは結構ですが、皆様はまだ名乗ってもおられないことをどうかお忘れなく。
Gentlemen, please. Your enthusiasm is welcome, but please recall that none of you have been properly introduced yet.
そう言われてみれば。
Oh, now that you mention it. Why didn't they introduce themselves like when they first met at the school?
なんだよ、じいさんと話したんだろ。俺らのことも説明されたんじゃねえの？
The hell? Didn't she go talk to the old man? I thought he was gonna explain everything.
あなたたちがおじい様の選んだ花婿候補だということは聞きました。ただ、それだけです。
I was informed that the four of you are the suitors that grandfather chose for me. That is all I was told.
大旦那様のことですから、そういうことは本人同士が顔を合わせてやるべきと思われたのでしょう。
I'm sure the master held his peace because he believes introductions are best done in person, face to face. I doubt it. He just wanted to watch me squirm.
そっか。なら改めて自己紹介だね。 僕も早くひばりちゃんに名前で呼んでほしいし。
Ah, well, then introductions it is. Let's be quick about it too. I can hardly wait to hear Hibari call me by my name.
ですね。はいはい、俺いいですか？さっきじゃんけんで勝ったし。
Ooh, yeah. Can I go first? He did win at rock, paper, scissors.
ああ、まあいいんじゃね。行け、なゆた。
Eh? Sure, why not? Go for it, Nayuta.
はい。八神なゆた、20歳です。体動かすのが好きで、元気なのが一番の取り柄です。
Hi, I'm Nayuta Yagami. I'm 20 years old, and I like all kinds of physical activity. My best trait is that I'm always cheerful and positive.
あとは、すごく健康です。風邪一つひいたことないくらい。
Then there's, oh, I'm really healthy, so, like, super extra healthy that I've never caught a single cold.
なので、1年365日、いつでもひばりさんのお役に立てると思います。よろしくお願いします。
That means I'll be able to be available for you all the time, Hibari. 24/7, 365 days a year. It's great to meet you. He has a lot of enthusiasm. Yagami? He certainly does seem energetic. I gave him a small regal nod. His face lit up in a bright smile.
次は僕。眉住シオンだよ。22歳。半分フランス人で国籍もフランスなんだ。日本に来たのは割と最近かな。
Allow me to go next. My name is Shion Mayuzumi. I'm 22 years old and I'm half French. I have French citizenship actually. I only came to Japan recently.
僕はナユタほど分かりやすくアピールできることはないかな。強いて言うなら、綺麗なものが好き。
I'm afraid I don't have any immediately obvious traits to boast about as Nayuta did. Perhaps I should mention my love of beautiful things?
だから、君のことも好きだよ、ひばりちゃん。よかったら今度、君を綺麗に飾らせてね。
That's why I love you, Hibari. If you don't mind, I hope you'll let me adorn you in beauty someday. Mayuzumi himself looks far prettier than I do. I gave him a small nod, hiding my befuddlement at his perfectly sculpted smile.
次、俺でいいのか？
What, me next?
ああ、どうぞ。
Sure, go ahead.
なら遠慮なく行くぜ。イスルギタイガー23。好きな言葉は一発逆転。よろしくね。
Alright then. The name's Taiga Isurugi, 23. My fave motto is, come back home run. Good to meet ya.
つか、俺も特に言うことねえな。こいつらに比べりゃ、ごくごく普通の一般人だ。気楽に接してくれ。
And, not much else to say, really. Unlike the rest of these guys, I'm just a regular dude. Feel free to be casual around me, I don't care.
まあ、仲良くやれるかどうかは、お嬢次第だけどね。
Though, yeah, whether or not we get along is gonna be up to you, babe. I get the impression that Isurugi is challenging me. When he looked at me with a little smirk on his lips, he couldn't stop my brow from furrowing.
最後はお前だ、一夜。てっきり真っ先に行くと思ってたもんね。
まさに真打ち登場にふさわしいだろう。
Have to save the best for last, right?
ああ。
待たせたね、ひばりさん。 俺の名前は三森一也。年は26歳。君より少しお兄さんかな。
Sorry to make you wait, Hibari. My name is Ichiya Mitsumori. I'm 26, so I'm a little bit older than you.
他人に誇れるようなことはあまりないけど。そうだな。きっとここにいる誰より君を愛する自信ならあるよ。
I don't have too many accomplishments worth bragging about. If I had to say something, I'd say I'm confident I love you more than anyone here. How would he know? Like, they are still strangers. They barely know each other.
君と添い遂げる未来が現実になるように最大限の努力をすると誓おう。俺を選んで後悔はさせないようにね。
I promise you I'll do everything in my power to build a future where the two of us live happily ever after. You won't regret choosing me. I swear it. Something about him rubs me the wrong way. He gave me a perfectly timed wink. I felt a cold shiver run up my spine.
以上が今回花婿候補に選ばれた方々です。そして
And those are the 4 gentlemen who have been chosen as your potential bridegrooms, miss. I kind of wonder, like, if we go through all the routes, would, like, a secret route unlock? Maybe with Kasuga?
改めましてこちらが東条ひばり様。東条家の後継者と目され私が手塩にかけて育てたお嬢様です。
Gentlemen, allow me to formally introduce you to Miss Hibari Tojo, heir to the Tojo family. It's been my honor to raise her and serve her for years. I'm not certain you needed to add that last part.
くれぐれも節度をわきまえ健全かつ常識的な範囲での接触を心がけてください。よろしいですね。
Observe propriety, mind your manners, act with common sense and respect for all. Have I made myself clear?
はーい。
Yes, sir.
結構良いお返事です。ではひばり様、彼らに何か質問などあればどうぞ。
Excellent. I am glad to hear that. Now then, Miss Hibari, if you have any questions for these gentlemen, feel free to ask them now.
急にそう言われても。
Huh? This has all been so sudden, I,
何でも聞いてくれて構わないよ。君の質問になら喜んで答えるさ。
You can ask us anything. I'll gladly answer any question you have for me.
一夜ちょっと気合が入りすぎ。見てて疲れるかな。
You're being awfully forward, Ichiya. Just watching you is exhausting.
心外だな。俺はあくまで自然体でいるつもりだけど。
Excuse me, but that was uncalled for. I'm just being my normal self.
いや、うざさが3割増しくらいになってんぞ。
Really? You sure seemed more sketched than usual, bro.
確かにいつもよりキラキラしてます。
You're definitely sparkling more than before, yeah.
そうか。ひばりさんに会えた喜びが全身から溢れてしまっているみたいだ。
I am? I guess I'm so happy about finally meeting Hibari. That joy is shining from every fiber of my being.
言ってろ。
Whatever, bro. Listening to them banter back and forth, it struck me how relaxed everyone seemed. It was as if they were lounging in their own living room at home. Something doesn't seem right. In fact, even though these men had presumably moved in only a day or two before, the entire house felt strangely lived in. Not only that,
皆さんもともとお知り合いだったんですか？ずいぶん仲が良さそうに見えますけど。
それ1ヶ月もここで一緒に暮らしてる馴染まねえ方がおかしいだろ。
live with guys for a month and yeah, you'll become pretty friendly. Or you'll learn to hate him, one of the two.
え？1ヶ月？
What? You've been here an entire month?
はあ、ちょうどひばりさんが夏休みに入る頃かな。俺たち全員がこの家に集められてね。
Yeah, I think it was right when summer vacation started for you, everybody. That's when we were all brought to this house.
最初のうちは結構戸惑ったよね。みんな良くも悪くも個性が強くて、羊くんがフォローしてくれたけど。
It was pretty disorienting at first. All of us have strong personalities, for better or worse. But Mr. Butler here helped smooth things over.
ほんと春日さんがいてくれてよかった。俺たちだけじゃ絶対めちゃくちゃだったと思います。
Yeah, it's like really good that Kasuga was here to help out. Otherwise, I'm sure this would have turned into a total disaster real fast.
春日、
はい。
あなたイギリスの羊学校に留学してた。
Did you not go to a butler academy in England while I was on my summer vacation? I could not believe it. I didn't want to believe it. Hearing the tremor in my voice, Kasuga sighed heavily and shook his head.
申し訳ございません。すべて大旦那様のご命令で。
My humble apologies, miss. Everything was by the master's orders. Of all the shocks I've had today, this was, without a doubt, the biggest one.
ああ、よくわかんねえけど、修羅場はその辺にしとけよ。
I can't say I know what's going on between you two, but can we cut the drama now?
お嬢が混乱すんのもわかるけどさ、今日から俺らが一緒に暮らしてくってのは決定事項なわけだし。
I get that you're confused, babe, but as of now, you're living here with us. That's just the way it's gonna be.
とにかくよろしくやってこうぜ。お互いにね。
Let's all try to get along, Kay. Best we can, anyway.
あ、どうかよろしく。
Yeah, I'm already looking forward to it.
よろしくね、ひばりちゃん。
It will be a pleasure, Hibari.
よろしくお願いします。
This is gonna be great. The four suitors flashed bright smiles at me, while Kasuga turned away in awkward embarrassment. I need to be right back in a few moments. Hang on a second. Okay, I'm back. I almost choked on my water. The four suitors flashed bright smiles at me, while Kasuga turned away in awkward embarrassment. I looked at them all dazedly and thought, there isn't a single person I can confide in this entire house. Yeah, I'm fine, Perry. I got a bit too overexcited and drank my water too quickly. Kasuga was correct when he said my belongings had already been moved in. Checking my closet, I found a choice selection of my outfits. That's kind of ridiculous that he had to do all that in a month. Like, imagine moving, like, everything for 5 people into, like, one house. I changed out of my school uniform, sighing deeply as I sat on my new, unfamiliar bed. Seriously, what in the world is going on? Men I'd never met proposed to me out of nowhere. A stunt arranged by my own grandfather, no less. I was ousted from my home too quickly for me to raise any objections, and forced into a joint living situation with these strange new suitors. I kind of wonder, like, where her parents are in all this, because we've only met her grandfather so far. But I guess he's the head of the family, so he gets to make all the decisions. And to top it all off, improving his skills as a butler, my foot. He was lying to me the entire time. Kasuga of all people lied to me. He lied. I think that's probably a huge betrayal of trust, especially since they've known each other for 8 years. Like, they basically grew up with each other. Then he abandoned me for an entire month in order to live in this house with my suitors. Kasuga, you traitor! I would never forgive you for this. Oh my gosh, I know. Like, just surprise, we're kicking you out of your home that you've lived in for all these years, and you're gonna move into this new place with some strangers, and you're supposed to pick one of them to marry. Kasuga, you traitor. I will never forgive you. Oh, I already read that part. A knock on my door startled me out of my stewing thoughts. There were only 2 people in this house permitted on this floor, me and him.
お着替えはお済みですか？軽食をお持ちいたしました。
Have you finished changing, miss? I brought a light snack for you.
昼食を取るタイミングがありませんでしたので、空腹でいらっしゃるかと。
There was little opportunity for lunch today, so I thought you might be feeling peckish. His voice sounded more timid than usual. He was likely feeling guilty about his deception. It's far too late for you to act remorseful. I was sorely tempted to ignore him completely. But no, I shook my head, thinking again. I'm going to give him a piece of my mind. Righteous anger propelled me as I stalked toward the door where he waited. I thought I saw him breathe a sigh of relief as he walked in and began setting out tea. But I did not go to sit on the sofa. I stood where I was, glaring at his every move. So I'm guessing she probably went from living in a gigantic house to like this small apartment complex, whatever it is. I'm looking at like all the items on the shelves and stuff. It's weird that she has a bird cage in the corner. Like, I wonder if it's a decorative bird cage? Round bird cages are actually not very good for birds to live in.
こちらの茶葉はお嬢様のお好みに合わせてブレンドしたものです。良い香りでしょう。
This tea is a blend I assembled from your favorite leaves, miss. Doesn't it have a lovely aroma?
軽食はイチゴのフルーツサンドをご用意しました。質の良いクリームを使っているので濃厚ですよ。
I prepared a strawberries and cream sandwich for a light snack as well. I used heavy whipping cream, so it ought to be delightfully rich. Asuga sounded exactly as he always did, and for some reason, that got on my last nerve. I turned away from the tea and sandwich on the table, even though they were favorites of mine. I have so much that I want to say to him, that I don't even know where to start.
ひばり様、紅茶が冷めますよ。
What I wanted wasn't tea or snacks. Asuga knew that, yet he politely danced around the subject. It was driving me mad.
ひばり様。
Miss Hibari. I will not allow him to weasel his way out of this. Not this time. I am mad! I'm the one who feels like sighing. Hearing his quiet sigh behind my back was like nails down a blackboard. I was just going to speak up when... A hand descended lightly onto my shoulder, making one short soothing pat. Wait a second. I thought she and Kasuga were the only ones allowed on this floor, so what is going on? Oh, wait, no, it's just him. Never mind. I thought it was someone new. I could swat his hand away, tell him not to touch me. But my body didn't move. I could ignore him, but I couldn't make myself shut him out entirely.
怒っておられますか?
Are you angry with me, miss?
怒られる覚えはあるんでしょう。
Don't you think I have a reason to be?
ないと言えば嘘になりますね。
If I said no, that would be a lie.
言い訳くらいしたら
Aren't you gonna make excuses?
では、お顔を見せてください。
Might I ask you to at least look at me?
いや
No.
ひばり様。
Miss Hibari.
今回のことはすべて大旦那様のご命令です。
Everything that happened was done under the master's orders.
ならば、一介の執事である私に従わないという選択はありません。
A mere butler such as myself has no choice but to nod and obey.
わかってるわよ。それくらい。
I get that. At the end of the day, Kasuga was a Tojo family employee. I couldn't refuse grandfather's orders. And yet, until today, he had always put me first, always taken my side. He was someone I could completely trust. This summer was the first time he'd ever left my side, and the first time he'd ever lied to me. Is it any wonder it was such a big shock to me?
いくらおじい様の命令でも、せめて私に一言断るくらい。
Yes, it was grandfather's orders, but you could have at least told me something.
それが叶うならそうしていました。
If I could have, I would have. What?
解雇すると言われさえしなければ。
I was informed that if I told you anything, I'd be released.
花婿候補のことも、ひばり様への嘘も、命令に従わなければ解雇すると。
The suitors, the lie about England. If I didn't obey my orders exactly, they would have fired me.
ひばり様のおそばにいる権利を盾に取られてしまっては、私になす術はありませんでした。
When the honor to be by your side was held hostage in such a manner, there was nothing I could do but obey. I guess he's in a pretty tough position. Like, he can't really go against the head of the family, because if he does, then he might never be able to see Hibari again. And that would be pretty rough considering how they grew up together. They've been together for 8 years. They what? If what Kasuga said was true, then I could see why he did what he did. I finally understood. That meddling ogre! He really went that far just to make me take a husband? I know he believes the ends justify the means, but that's going too far. The sizzling anger I'd felt at Kasuga instantly leapt over to my grandfather. Kasuga hadn't done anything wrong. It was all that ancient villain's fault.
春日、
Kasuga, I...
しかし、事情はどうあれ、よりによって私がひばり様を傷つけてしまった。その事実は重く受け止めております。
But no matter the circumstances, it does not change the fact that I harmed you, Miss Hibari. That's a stark truth, and I must accept it.
それはまあ。
Huh?
でもね。
Oh, or, well, yes, but...
お怒りはごもっとも。簡単にお許しいただけるはずもない。ならば。
You have every right to be angry with me. I don't expect to earn your forgiveness easily, in which case...
私はこの身をもって誠意を示すのみです。
I will prove my devotion to you, physically. What is he gonna do?
誠意?
Your devotion? I had a very bad feeling about this. Suddenly, I felt a chill run down my spine.
腹を切ります。
What? Yes, I will commit seppuku.
大丈夫。死にはしません。己への罰です。サクッと切ってパパッと縫うので。
Fear not, I won't die. I'll make a quick, deep slice and sew it up. I am a capable seamster, even under duress. Okay, he's taking his job way too seriously. It's slightly concerning.
待って!
Wait, what?
ひばり様専属執事である春日の覚悟。どうぞ、その目でご確認ください。
I, Kasuga, do hereby display the depth of my dedication as your personal butler, Miss Hibari.
やめてわかった、許す。そんなことしなくていいから。
No, stop, don't. I forgive you, I forgive you. You don't have to slice yourself open. I whirled around to face him and...
さすがはひばり様。寛大なお心、感謝いたします。
I expected no less, Miss Hibari. Your gracious generosity knows no bounds. I'm deeply thankful. saw him standing there, a small grin on his face.
春日
Kasuga.
はい。
His raised eyebrow delivered a dry yes that he didn't give voice to. I slumped back in my seat.
もういいわ。お腹すいた。
Whatever. I'm hungry.
かしこまりました。では、お茶を入れ直しましょう。
Understood, miss. Allow me to pour you some fresh hot tea. Filling my tummy with my favorite snacks was a big help in calming my churning thoughts.
それにしても、おじいさまは一体何を考えてるの？いきなり花婿候補だなんて。
I still can't figure out what on earth grandfather was thinking. Why all this sudden fuss about suitors seemingly out of nowhere?
いきなりというわけでもありません。実を申しますと、
I sawed Passion Gaming. Thank you for following the channel.
この1年ほどで急激に増えておりました。
急激にって、そんなにあったかしら？
Drastically, I don't remember a big change in numbers.
ひばり様にご確認いただいたのはごく一部。それ以外は私が処理しておりましたので。
I brought only a handful to you for your consideration, Miss Hibari. I took care of the rest. One look at the cool smile on his face convinced me not to ask for further details on the rejected applicants. That seemed like the wisest idea.
おじいさまは私にいつまでも選ぶ余地があると思うなって言ってたけど。
Grandfather did say that I shouldn't act like as if I have much time left to make a choice.
もしかして私が思っていた以上に良縁をと焦っていたのかしら？
Could it be that he's grown more concerned than I thought about finding a good match for me?
いえ、少なくとも私が知る限り、大旦那様はひばり様の花婿問題について静観の立場を取っておられました。
Doubtful, Miss Hibari. As far as I'm aware, the master had taken a wait-and-see approach on the question of a potential marriage partner.
え？じゃあどうして？
What? Then why all this
つ
ruckus?
まり、せいておられる方が他にいたということです。
It means that we need to look elsewhere to find the family members who wish to, hurry things along. I could think of only one reason why Kasuga would be so vague about the culprits.
道場の親類縁者ご一同様ね。
I see. So my other lovely relatives decided to meddle. I didn't bother to keep my voice free of sarcasm. Kasuga simply nodded quietly.
お耳に入れるのもはばかられることですが、彼らの間では今度こそ失敗は許されないとの声が上がっていたようです。
I hesitate to mention this, but several of them believe they cannot afford to fail this time.
お父様のように駆け落ちでもされる前に縛り付けてしまおうということね。
Ah, they want to make sure they chain me down before I can elope, like father did. Kasuga didn't say anything. I quietly bit my lip. My father had been the only heir to the Tojo family before me. He received mountains of marriage offers from many appropriate candidates. But father had no interest in any well-born ladies. Instead, he fell for an average woman, my mother. The family, of course, was strictly against it, so the two of them traveled overseas and eloped. I live with grandfather instead of my parents because the two of them died in an accident. Or so I've been told. My childhood memories are vague. I don't recall much of the time I spent with them. It was all so unbearably stupid.
ねえ春日、私道場を継ぐ覚悟はしてるのよ。
Kasuga, I did decide that I'll become the head of the Tojo family. I've accepted that much.
無論承知しています。
I am well aware,
そのため
well
に
aware,
死ぬこと
miss.
はない。でもまだ信用されていないみたいね。
I like to think that I've done enough to make that clear, but it seems that my family still doesn't trust me.
そのようなことをおっしゃる方はごく一部です。
It's only a mere handful who are insisting on it, miss.
しかしその一部が厄介なのでしょう。大旦那様が行動せざるを得ないほど。
However, that mere handful has made enough of a nuisance of themselves that even Master had to act. So her grandfather cares about her more than we thought.
待って。ということはつまり。
Wait a minute, and that means... My 4 suitors. They looked like ruffians to me. But if they're here, that clearly meant they were qualified enough to satisfy my relatives.
あの人たちがそんな名家の出だなんて。そうなるとあまり雑には扱えないわね。
I had no idea the 4 of them were from such illustrious families. We'll have to treat them well. Huh?
え?
I blinked, looking at Kasuga in confusion. His eyes quickly slid away from mine.
何? どうかしたの?
いえ、その大変申し上げにくいことなのですが。
Nothing, miss. It's just, this is extremely difficult to say, but...
教えて。もうこれ以上隠し事は嫌。
Tell me. I won't tolerate any more secrets.
かしこまりました。
As you wish. Kasuga wilted under my glare, handing a small stack of papers to
どう
me.
か気をしっかり持ってください。彼らの心情報告書です。
These are their background reports. Please brace yourself. I gave Kasuga a quizzical look, then took the papers and flipped through them. After a minute,
春日、これ。
事実です。
待って、きっと何かの間違いよ。こんな。
hold on, they can't possibly be. This is
現実です。
reality. The stark tone of Kasuga's voice made me swallow hard. I looked through the papers again, making a conscious effort to stop my hands from shaking.
三森一也、26歳、7月13日生まれ、蟹座、A 型。
It's very possible the information Mitsumori provided about his education, employment, and family background is fraudulent? That's not concerning at all.
結婚詐欺。
Attempted marriage fraud?
イスルブ大河、23歳、12月3日生まれ、いて座、B 型。
A drifter with no family history frequently travels overseas for unknown reasons.
ギャンブル教の疑い？
Suspected gambling addict?
眉住紫音、22歳、3月9日生まれ、魚座、AB 型。
Shion Mayuzumi, age 22, born March 9th. Pisces, blood type AB. Resident and citizen of France. Record of life and achievements is murky after age 16.
紐。
Natural born kept man? What does that mean?
八神那由他20歳4月8日生まれお羊座大型
Nayuta Yagami, age 20, born April 8th, Aries, blood type O. Yagami has taken first place at several martial arts competitions, but mysteriously withdrew before accepting the prize. His favorite? None? Will eat a tennis ball if offered? Talking debt generator? I couldn't believe my eyes. I was so stunned it took me a minute to remember to scream.
そうでしょ。
落ち着いてください、ひばり様。
Miss Hibari, please calm yourself.
落ち着けるわけないでしょ。こんなバカがありえない。信じられない。
How can you expect me to be calm right now? This is preposterous. Unbelievable. You can't possibly expect
ちなみ
me
に
to...
全員無職です。
Oof. I have spam messages. We're gonna delete this. Oh, as a side note, all 4 are currently unemployed. I wasn't one to feel faint, but the contents of the report slammed into me like a truck. The room went black. So that's kind of a weird thing. Her other family members wanted her to marry one of these people, and they're pretty shady. So maybe there's like a power struggle going on in the background or something. How did this happen?
ひばり様、お気を確かに。ひばり様。
Miss Hibari, please keep yourself together. Miss Hibari. Here we will explain the Barricade board, WHIS, and how continuous play works. The Barricade board lays out all the events of the story across the game board, much like a flowchart. You can pick which events you want to play from the scenarios currently available on the board. This lets you advance the story's happenings in any order you wish. Events that are available to play are highlighted like this. Cleared events turn white. Black boxes mark events that have yet to be unlocked. Events that contain special CG illustrations are marked with a CG icon in the upper right corner. Remind me in case I forgot, if there is a power struggle, why is she caught in the middle? Nah, that was just my speculation. Since, like, people in those, rich families, like, I don't know, in dramas anyway, there's usually, like, some sort of family power struggle in the background. Where, like, they want to take control of the country or something. But maybe they were trying to set her up for failure, so someone else could appear more competent and take over or something. I don't know. It's just speculation. Sure, requirements are sometimes necessary to unlock certain events. When the preceding event on the Barricade board is cleared, hover the cursor over the event to receive a hint about what you need to do. So it looks like there are mini-games in this. Each suitor has their very own Barricade board. These unlock as the story progresses. In New Game Plus, you can skip events that you've already viewed. This is handy if you want to skip back into the slow and see content of the new game. Oh, lower the game music? It's... Alright, I lowered it a little bit, so hopefully this is better. After clearing an event and returning to the intermission screen, characters may send you a Rizz message. You can read their salutations here. Sometimes these messages spark a conversation that you can reply to. The dialogue changes according to your responses. You can revisit events and reread Rizz messages at any time via the gallery option on the title screen. Continuous play? It lets you play through events in succession without intermission between. So yeah.
まあそんなわけで記念すべきお嬢との初対面だったわけだが、お前らの感想はどうよ?
There we have it. Wait, was this the first 2 hours just build up for the tutorial? I have no idea. I think maybe like we're getting into like mini games and like side stories or something. I don't think visual novels usually have like tutorials since there's not much gameplay other than progressing through the story and making different choices. But I could be wrong.
その前に俺は君たちに謝りたい。ごめん。申し訳なかった。
Actually, I'd like to apologize to all of you first. I'm really sorry about this. Huh?
まさかこんなにも早く決着がつくなんて。さすがの俺も予想外だったよ。
I never expected things to be decided this quickly. It caught even me by surprise.
けどこればっかりは仕方ない。誰が選ばれても恨みっこなしだったろ。今回はそれが俺だっただけで。
But what's done is done. We said no hard feelings no matter who was selected, right? Well, it's clear I'm destined to be the lovely ladies chosen.
一夜さん、いつ選ばれたんですか?
Huh? You're saying you got picked already, Ichiya?
彼女の目を見れば一目瞭然さ。察してあげるのが男ってものだよ。
Obviously, you only have to look her in the eye and, well, you're man enough to lose gracefully, right?
そうだったんだ。俺全然気づかなかった。
Oh wow, I didn't even notice. Nayuta definitely lives up to his reputation as like a human puppy. He's very gullible. And
でもそれじゃ、
yeah.
もう俺たちって用済みになっちゃうんですか? 明日には出て行けって言われるとか?
And he also has an adorable personality. Wait, but then does that mean the rest of us aren't needed here anymore? Are we going to get booted out tomorrow?
ねえ、なゆた。僕喉乾いた。ミネラルウォーター取ってきて。
Say, Nayuta? I'm thirsty. Be a good man and get some mineral water for me, would you?
シオンさん、今それどころじゃ。
Shion? I don't think now's the time for mineral water.
なゆた、お願い。
Nayuta, now, please?
ちょっと待っててください。
I feel like Nayuta's probably the gullible one, and Shion's probably the one who's slightly manipulative.
なゆたにも気の毒なことを。
I have to admit, I pity poor, naive Nayuta.
一夜大丈夫? ちゃんと起きてる？
Ichiya, you're amongst the waking world, yes?
ん
Yeah?
夢を語るのはいいけど、ちゃんと現実との区別をつけないとおかしな人だと思われちゃうよ。
Ah, good. Talking about your dreams is well and good, but you have to be sure you can separate them from reality. Else people might think you've gone quite mad.
俺らはスルーしてやれるけど、ナユタは違うからな。寝言はベッドの中だけにしとき。
Taiga and I are kind enough to let it slide. But poor Nayuta isn't quite so sharp. Keep that in mind and save the dreaming for bedtime, hmm?
いやいや、現実が見えてないのは君たちの方で。
Whoa, whoa, whoa. I'm not the one's dream. Well, I'm not the one dreaming here. You two are the ones who. Er?
おっと、手が滑っちまった。悪い悪い。
Oops, sorry, bro. Hand slipped.
はい、シオンさん、お水持ってきましたよ。
Here, Shion. I brought your
あ
water.
りがとう。でもごめん、これ違う。僕が欲しかったのはガス抜きの方。
Thank you, but this is the wrong kind. I asked for plain mineral water, not sparkling water.
先に言ってくださいよ。ガス抜き、ガス抜き。
What? You should have said so sooner. Jeez, I don't even think there were any bottles that weren't sparkling.
ちょっと、タイガ、さすがにひどくないかい？
Oof, Taiga, don't you think that was, you know, a little rude?
それもタイガの親切だよ。一夜。また手が滑らないように気をつけないとね。
Taiga was actually being kind, Ichiya. I suggest you be more careful, else his hand might slip again.
腹が別の意味で割れる前に黙っとけ。
Yeah, so shut your face before I give you a literal stitch in your side.
あ、暴力反対。
No violence, no violence!
よくわかんないから全部持ってきました。好きなの選んでください。
I couldn't figure out which water you wanted, so I just brought them all. Pick
あ
whichever.
りがとう。ナユタはいい子だね。
Thank you, Nayuta. You're a good boy.
すぐそうやって子供扱いする。そんなに年変わんないのに。
Come on, could you stop treating me like I'm a little kid? We're almost the same age.
ああ、もういいから話戻すぞ。ナユタ、お前はお嬢に会ってみてどうだった？
Ugh, whatever. Let's get this crap back on track, okay? Nayuta, now that you've met the lady, what do you think of her?
写真で見るよりずっと綺麗だなって。年下の女の子なのになんか迫力あって、さすが東条のお姫様っていうか。
Well, she's way prettier than she looked in her picture, and she had, I don't know, this regal presence. Even though she's still young, I guess she would as the Tojo heir.
うんうん。言うなれば、凛と咲き誇る一輪のバラかな。それでいてまだ未成熟な香りも漂う。
I'd say she's like a delicate rose that's not quite in full bloom. Beautiful, dignified, yet still flushed with the sweet fragrance of youth.
確かにいい匂いしました。あと睨まれるとゾクゾクするっていうか、ちょっと叱られてみたい感じで。
Ooh, yeah, she did smell nice, and I got these funny shivers when she glared at me too. Makes me kind of wonder what it'd feel like if she yelled at me.
はあ、トゲが鋭そうなところがまたそそるね。あえて傷つくのを承知で挑みたくなる。
Yes, her thorns are alluringly sharp. You can't help but want to touch them, even knowing you'll bleed.
お前らちょっと変態くせえぞ。
You bros have some twisted kinks.
特殊性癖なのかな。彼女が理解のある人だといいね。
Some unique preferences, I suppose. hope she's the open-minded sort.
違う、俺は至ってノーマル。
Hey, I'm completely normal.
特殊性癖って何ですか？
Preferences? What preferences?
後で一夜に教えてもらえ。で、シオン、お前は？
Oh yeah. Ask Ichiyo about that later, Naita. Anyway, Shion, what did you think?
可愛い子だなと思ったよ。見てて微笑ましい感じで。
I think she's rather cute. The sort of girl who would be pleasant to observe.
ひばりさんって可愛いより綺麗系だと思うけどな。
Cute? Personally, I think Hibari is more pretty than just cute.
ルックスのことじゃなくて、僕から見た印象の話。
I didn't mean her looks. I was speaking of the impressions she left on
いろ
me.
いろ疲れてそうだから、癒してあげられたらいいなと思うよ。僕、そういうの得意だしね。
It looked like she was quite tired, actually. It made me want to soothe and comfort her. I'm quite good at that, you know.
ほう、それがお前の手ってやつ？さすがだね。
Huh? Really? That's how you do things, huh? Can't say I'm surprised.
そういうタイガは？
And what of you, Taiga?
俺、クソ生意気な女。あと思ったよりガキくせえ。
Me? I thought she was a sharp-tongued bitch. Looked more bratty than I expected, too. Taiga sure has a way with words.
ああいう鼻っ柱が強いの見ると泣かしてやりたくなるんだよね。
There's something about headstrong women like her that just makes me want to make them cry, you know?
タイガさんのいじめ。
Bully.
ああ、お前も泣くか？
Say what? How about I make you cry, huh?
やだ。
Nuh-uh.
なんだ、タイガも十分変態じゃないか。
Looks like you've got a twisted streak too, Taiga.
お前にだけは言われたくねえわ。
Huh. Like you got room to talk.
3人がそれぞれベクトルの違う変態なのはよくわかったけど。
Yes, yes. All three of you have proved that you're each perverted in your own special ways. Moving along.
結局のところ、みんなひばりちゃんに好感を抱いたってことでいいんだよね。
I presume it's safe to say that, in the end, all of us are fond of Hibari to some degree, correct?
もちろん。
Of course.
当たり前です。
You bet.
何の確認だそれ？
What are you asking that for?
ライバルの意思確認だよ。大事なことでしょ。
To measure out my rivals, of course. That's an important step.
彼女に選んでもらえるのは一人だけ。僕たちはそのためにここにいるんだし、悠長に構えてはいられないよね。
At the end of the day, she'll only choose one of us. We're all here because we want to be selected. We don't have the luxury of complacency.
そうだった。
Oh, that's right.
あれ？でもさっき選ばれたのは一夜さんだって。
Wait, huh? Hold on a second. Didn't Ichiya say a minute ago that he'd already been picked?
ああ、彼女の目を見れば。
Huh? Oh, right. One look in her eyes and I could tell that.
一夜腹。
Gut check.
そうだな。選ばれたというのは少し言い過ぎだったかもしれない。
Well, maybe I was saying that I was already chosen was putting things a little too confidently.
でも確実に一歩リードはさせてもらってると思うけどね。
But I will say that I am at least one step ahead of the rest of you. I'm sure of that.
つまり、俺たちはまだこの家を出ていかなくていいってことですか？
Then can the rest of us still stay here? We aren't going to get kicked out yet.
当たり前だろ。勝負はまだ始まったばかりだってのは。
Duh, this contest only just got started.
よかった
Oh, woo. Thank God.
僕も僕なりに頑張らないと。あ、抜け駆けは禁止だなんて野暮なことは言わないよね。
I'd best put forth a strong effort as well. Oh, and no crying about unfair methods, okay? All's fair in love and war after all.
当然さ、何がきっかけで火がつくのかわからないのが恋だからね。彼女の心を射止めたものが正義だろ。
Of course, the thrill of love is that there's no telling what spark will ignite it. If you win her heart, that means you did something right.
一夜ならそう言うと思ってた。お互い頑張ろうね。
I thought you'd say something like that. Best of luck to you all.
望むところだよ。
Bring it on.
俺だって頑張りますよ。ひばりさんに選ばれるように。
I'm gonna try really hard too. I want Hibari to pick me.
おお、頑張れ頑張れ。やる気満々で結構なことだ。
Sure, sure. Knock yourselves out, guys. Glad to see you're all jazzed about it.
なんかタイガさん、一人だけ一言っぽい。
Hey, how come Taiga's making it sound like he doesn't care?
きっとそれがタイガのってなんだよ。気をつけないとね。
I'm sure that's simply his way of doing things. I'd be careful if I were you.
なるほど。勉強になります。
Oh, I get it. Thanks for the tip.
シオン、お前意外と根に持つタイプなのな。
So you're the kind of guy who holds grudges, huh, Shion?
そんなことないよ。素直にそう思ったから言っただけ。
Oh, I'd never do anything so crass. I simply said what was on my mind, that's all.
さて、あの様子じゃ、今日はもうひばりちゃんと話はできそうにないし、僕も部屋に戻るよ。おやすみ。
But anyway, it seems like we won't get another chance to speak with Hibari today. I think I'll retire to my room. Good night, y'all.
俺もそうさせてもらおう。朝食のレシピを練りたいしね。
I'm going to do the same. I need to go over my recipes and pick out the perfect one for breakfast.
明日の朝には早くも2歩くらいリードできそうな気がするよ。
I've got a
それ
feeling
じゃあ
that
失礼。
by tomorrow morning I'll be 2 steps up on the rest of you. Not just one. Good night.
あ、俺ちょっとその辺走ってきます。思いっきり体動かしたい気分だし。
I'm gonna go out for a run. We've been sitting around so long, I'm in the mood for exercise.
おお、迷子になっても迎えには行かねえから気ぃつけろよ。
Go nuts, but if you get lost, don't expect me to go find your dumb ass.
なりませんよーだ。
Well, I'm not gonna get lost, so there.
勝負は始まったばかり。まあ、面白くはなりそうだな。
Things are just getting underway, huh? Oh well. At least this ought to be interesting.
ああ、ビール飲みてー。なんかつまみあったっけな。
Damn, I could go for a beer right now. There any munchies in the kitchen? So I guess those are side stories so you can get to know like the other characters and how they interact with each other. I think we probably should stick with the main story. I think right now is probably a good stopping point since we reached this port. I should probably see how to save this game.
記憶力はいい方なの。
Okay, how do I... Okay, back to the chatting screen. Yeah, thank you guys for joining in. I still get really nervous when I'm starting stream and stuff. Like, ugh, I swear, like it triggers my fight or flight instincts or something because I just get really anxious. But yeah, I'm gonna try doing this more often, I guess. I usually post my schedule on Twitter. Well, I don't quite have a schedule right now. But I usually post in advance like what I'm going to be streaming and stuff on my social media. Thank you. So yeah, I hope you guys can take care and hopefully see you guys later. Thanks.